Hey guys, this is function notation continued, and I've had a few questions on the self-assessment, so I wanted to go through and try to help you guys understand what this is asking you. So for 13 through 22, it says evaluate the function at the given values of the independent variables. All right, so it gives you several functions here. It gives you f of xy, it gives you g of xy, and it gives you x diamond y, and it gives you x, whatever this symbol is, y. And this gives you these four functions, and that tells you which function you're going to use when you look right here. So number 13 says f, and this is f of xy. So it gives you x is 6, y is 3. So you would take number 13, you would take the 6 and the 3, and you would substitute into the f function. This one is also talking about the f function. This one is talking about g. So g of 7, 2, your 7 would be your x, 2 would be your y. You would use this function here in order to evaluate number 15. Number 16 is function g, so again, use your g function. This one is the diamond, and this one is the diamond, so you would use this function here to evaluate. And again, this is your x, and this is your y. It tells you right here, x comes before the diamond, y comes after the diamond, so your x is 2 and your y is 3. And then whatever this symbol is, this function here goes with 19 and 20. So x would be 7, y would be 2, and then you just plug it into this function here. So I'm going to do one of these, but then I'm going to jump down here and talk about 21 and 22 as well to help you. So all of these are pretty much the same. You just have to choose which function to plug it in. So remember, up here on the left side, that is the name of the function. On the right side is telling you how to evaluate the function. So let's just choose one. Let's just do 20. So it says x, this symbol, and then y. So we know that x is negative 6, and we know that y is negative 1, because that's what position these numbers are in. All right, so then it tells us this is the function here. So we're going to do 6 times negative 6 times y, which is negative 1, minus x, and then plus 2 times y. So you can see all I did was take this function right here, 6 times negative 6 times negative 1, minus is part of the equation, so don't forget to put that there, minus x is negative 6 plus 2 times negative 1. So if you evaluate this right here, you're going to get the answer for number 20. Okay, remember order of operations as you go as well. All right, so each of these are done the same way. Again, just choose the correct function, and it gives you your x and y to plug into that function to evaluate. All right, 21. Math practice structure. Use the functions above to evaluate 2, diamond 4, and then this symbol here, and then 3, diamond 5. So we're actually doing 3 different operations here. So let me erase this up here. All right, so for 21, we have used the function above to evaluate 2, diamond 4. So let's look at, we're going to use this function first. We're going to use that function twice for 2, diamond 4 and 3, diamond 5. And then we're going to use this other function as well once we get the first 2 evaluated. So 2, diamond 4, that means 2 is x, 4 is y. So we're going to put in 8 times x times y, and then minus y. All right, so that's going to be 32 times 2 is 64 minus 4, that would be 60. All right, so 2, diamond 4 is 60. And now we're going to evaluate 3 diamond 5. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to still use the same function because it's using the same symbol here. So we're going to do 8 times x. This time x is 3 and y is 5. And then minus y. All right, so I've got 8 times 5, see, so 40 times 3 is 120. 120 minus 5 is 115. All right, so if I evaluate this function here, 3 diamond 5, I get 115. So I did 2 diamond 4 and got 60, 3 diamond 5 and got 115. Now I have to use this other symbol here. So I'm going to use this function now. Whatever this function is, I'm sure I can't draw this symbol, but I'm going to try. And now I have 60 and 115 as my input values. All right, so I'm going to use this last function, 6 times x. 6 times x, x is now 60, times y is 115, minus x, and then plus 2y. All right, so I'm going to pull up my calculator, and I'm going to do 6 times 60 times 115 minus 60 plus 2 times 115. And this one is going to be 41,570. All right, so that's how you would do number 21. So number 22 says consider the function f of xy to be equal to 2x plus 3y. It says evaluate f of xy when x equals 1. So if x equals 1, you would substitute a 1 here. So it would just be 2 times 1, or 2 plus 3y. And that would be your output. Okay, so 2 plus 3y is the output, and that would be a function of y. To evaluate f of xy when x equals y, you would simply substitute y in for x. So you'd have 2y plus 3y, which equals 5y. So that would be 5y, and the output is a function of y as well. All right, so I hope that helps with the self-assessment. Again, good luck on your assignments today. If you have any questions, please let me know.